Welcome to your daily focus for November the 23rd, 2022. We have a new moon in Sagittarius today. We will get to all that energy. It is with, oh my gosh, it's with Jupiter. It is with Mercury and Venus. It's just gorgeous energy. So we'll get to all that energy. Let's start at the beginning. Let me introduce myself to you. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. We have the 23 energy. The 23 energy is about energies around you, guiding you into safe ports. So, really going with the flow, trusting the energy around you, trusting where it's pushing you, where it's pulling you towards. 2 plus 3 is a 5, a very busy energy. We'll have lots to do, lots on our plate, whether we do them or not. Well, we do have free will, but there will be a lot of busyness in the air around us. It's also about our creativity and bringing in laughter, giggles, smiles, joy. If we do the numerology of the day, it is a 22 energy. The master builder appears once again for us on a new moon. So this is where you can make your dreams come true. This is where you have visionary thoughts. You can create your own miracles. Your intuition is heightened. So put your focus on your dreams, on your goals. Take the first steps towards those goals, those dreams, those desires. And you may look back and realize that this was when you were doing the building blocks of your foundation for your best life ever. Sun is in Sagittarius, and it's not till somewhere right in between lunch and supper. So say 2, 3, 4 o'clock, somewhere in there. The moon will move into Sagittarius. So we will have a day in Scorpio for the most part. But as the new moon approaches and the moon moves into Sagittarius, we will be tapping into more and more and more of that confidence, of that optimism, of that joy, of happiness, about exploration. We have a new moon in Sagittarius at 1 degree. So 1 degree is even more so. This is where you stand in your independence. This is where you go forward. You step into a new dream, a new desire, a new life. Your best life ever. One step at a time. This is the beginning. This is a new chapter. This is a new start. There's beautiful energy that surrounds us to move us forward in the way we want. It starts with the 23, right? The 23 energy, and it just flows through this whole reading. So the new moon is trining Jupiter. Okay, right after that, Jupiter goes stationary direct. So the new moon experiences both the Jupiter retrograde energy and the Jupiter direct energy. So we get all of Jupiter. We get all of Jupiter's energy for a growth, for that blast of optimism, that blast of enthusiasm, that blast of adventure, excitement, growth, knowledge, learning, going forward. And it just popped into my head too, is the 22 is actually in the tarot deck, the Fool. So it's the start of new paths. We already have what it takes. We don't really need to educate ourselves anymore or have things just any more perfect than they already are in order to go forward. It's good enough. Now, as we go forward, we'll want to learn. We'll want to grow it, to get it a little bit more perfect. But you don't need it at the beginning. So this is not a time to wait. This is a time to step into it. What has been calling you? What have you been hoping for in your life? because your energy determines it. So we also have, not only Jupiter is trining the new moon, but we also have Mercury and Venus, our two of our personal planets, also in this whole new moon. So our voice becomes alive, our love grows, beauty grows, abundance grows, finances grow, our thoughts grow, they expand. And with Mercury and Venus and Jupiter, this is a good time to come together, whether it's one-on-one or groups, to resolve problems. Okay, those and the motivational blocks that we've been feeling since Jupiter has been in retrograde all this time is going to start to dissipate to nothingness. And we won't have those blocks anymore. So our faith will expand, our optimism will expand. There's a confidence in ourselves, our confidence more in God, our angels, our spirit guides, the cosmos, that divine energy, the universe. Oh my goodness, the cards are going everywhere. Let's get to the cards, shall we? Okay, our shadow card for this beautiful new moon is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot tells us to pull back a little bit. Don't get too ambitious. Don't just run out there and start everything, because you're going to fall flat on your face, is what this card tells us. This card tells us to back it up a little bit, to align our perspective to where we want to go, of what challenges that we want to step into, what learning experiences. Maybe it's a new relationship, a new business. Maybe we are making some changes in our life through our health, our well-being, allowing our creativity, our self-expression to bloom. Maybe it's more of growth of your spirituality. For each of us, it's different. But for each of us, we are being told not to just jump into it, not to just run with any old idea, but really think it through. Okay? The fog tells me that more information will come to you. Okay, remember that Mars is also in retrograde. And right now, Mars is a lot of our voice. So what have we been saying, and is it the truth? Do we need to expand on our truth? Do we need to hone it in? What has our self-talk been like? Are we talking upwards, the upward spiral, the what ifs? What if this is the first day of the rest of my life? What if I start that new business? What if I franchise it? What if I'm in 5 countries? What if? But the information will come, and with the fog here, it's telling you to just pull it back a little bit and think things through. What thoughts have you been having? Where have you been trying to point yourself? Is that the direction you want to go? Okay, our first card is the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands, I love the Queen of Wands because she does ask the questions. The Queen of Wands is about energy, but it's an energy where, and I mean it as a physical energy, to do something. But first we need the clarity, and she's all about the clarity and the understanding. So she may ask 1,001 questions, but then she's able to make that decision now. And when she makes this decision, it is so strong, it is so pure, that she never has to look back and wonder, what if? What if I did things differently? What if I would have stepped this way instead of this way? Never. And the excitement, the knowing that you know what you're doing. You know that you've asked the questions. You know that you have the facts. You know that you have the knowledge. Once you realize all of that, you get really excited about what you're doing. You can't wait to roll up your sleeves and go to work. And you know what that energy does? That gets other people kind of milling around you. They're attracted to that kind of energy. You're excited. You're happy. You know what you're doing. You can talk your talk, walk your walk, and they want to follow you. They want to help. They want to have a part in that energy. So do not worry about the support that you might have, because it will come. I don't know who that last sentence was for, but Somebody's angels may be working out there. The King of Swords. The King of Swords. Oh, we get determination. We get hyper focused on where we want to go, where we want to step, what we want to create, what we want to manifest. And we're looking, and we are envisioning our best life ever here. And for all we know, we could be staring right into a forest, but we're okay with that. We have our sword. We'll chop down those trees. We'll make our own path if we have to, because we are now determined to go in that direction. Our determination raises, our faith in ourselves raises, our confidence raises. It's a beautiful energy to embrace. It's a beautiful energy to realize that you're at the right point in your life right now to go forward, that you don't have to look over your shoulder. The Queen of Wands says that. We have the Eight of Wands. Wow, talking about broadening our horizons. This is all kinds of different, don't get in so much of a hurry to get from A to B that you don't enjoy the journey, because this one is all about the journey and all the wonderful marvels and miracles and happenings and adventures and opportunities that open up in different ways for you. Are simply, we can't even put a number on it at this point. It's so large, it's so huge. So this is about broadening our horizons, seeing how many different ways we can go and still arrive at our destination. I always see this as there's this giant standing behind us there, and he's got his bow, and he's got all those wands in there, and he's going to fire them all off at once. And we are intent on looking forward to see where they are all going to land, because we want every experience possible. We don't want to shut any doors right now. The Five of Swords. This is standing in your truth. Some people may not like what you're saying or what you are proposing to do, but it's your truth. And you're honoring yourself, honoring your intelligence, honoring your sage wisdom, honoring your magic, your talents, your abilities, the unique you. Maybe you are taking some of that power back that you've given away throughout different relationships and environments. So people will walk away from you, but stand your ground. But be careful that you are not standing your ground because of ego. Okay, if people show up to help and you're too proud. Okay, so watch things like pride, greed, to get in your way of having people around you. And you will meet like-minded people if you go and search for them right now. And they will walk this path with you, and you will teach them things, and they will teach you things. Maybe you'll partner with them. Maybe it's a group of people. Maybe it's an entire environment of people that you come across. You didn't know there was that many people out there interested in it. Even with all the YouTubes and Facebooks and everything else, you had no idea at the vast spectrum of people that you can tap into to grow your dreams, to grow your goals, to step into your best life ever. People that will open doors for you, people that will mentor you. And the King of Cups. The King of Cups is making the list. The King of Cups is making the list and making sure that you are taking care of you. Do you have enough money? Do you like where you're living? Do people treat you well at work? Do people treat you well within the community? Do people treat you well within your home and family? And if the answer is no, then you need to change it. You need to change it. And that's scary. But we are under this beautiful energy of new beginnings, new starts. I mean, a new moon at 1 degrees, trined with Jupiter, Mercury and Venus are also in there. It's just beautiful energy. Now we don't want to race into it. We have to remember Mars is retrograde. That's probably the biggest one. That is our warrior, and it's not so good to just go forward. It's understanding what we have accomplished so far, where we can grow that even more, or how, maybe we've been using our communication. Have we been not getting back to our emails and fast enough, or our texts? Have we not really answered any voice messages? Have we not gone out and socialized in some way? Or maybe we're doing all of that a little bit too much and we need to rein it back and put our energy in other areas. We'll get a mystical wisdom card. I call them the mantra cards. The Dragonfly. You can't make this up. You really can't. Look at this. The Dragonfly shows up. Live life to the fullest. And that's what this energy is all about. This is an energy to embrace and to really step into your best life ever. And yes, you'll look back and this is the beginnings of the foundation that you are building to go forward. Live life to the fullest with the Dragonfly. Okay, let's see what the Dragonfly has to talk to us about. I love, I love my creek. I always go down there. There's always dragonflies down there. Just gorgeous. The Dragonfly lives near water, represents the ability to be emotionally strong and flexible. It is one of the only creatures that can fly up, down, sideways, and backwards. Living your truest life is a responsibility. Do not let it be trivialized and lived superficially. The Dragonfly is a symbol of knowing who you are and what you want. Make informed decisions and live life to the fullest without regrets. The mantra is, I am emotionally strong and live with my life without regrets. Oh, is that my boys? Is that my good boys? There's Dylan. There's Milo. Okay, out now. Go on. Okay, let's go to the animal cards. They came in for their cues. Maybe we should just stick with dogs. Okay, and of course we will do a Journey of Love card for those of you wondering, although you know how long this video is and where we are at. And look at this, we have the Swan, Grace. The Swan shows up. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So basically the Swan is saying, you who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light so that I may go forward into my best life. Okay, and we will get a Journey of Love card. So absolutely beautiful energy. It's almost like we are the butterfly, but we are in the cocoon. And now it's time to start strengthening our wings, starting to pump blood into them, breaking free of that cocoon and taking flight. Oh. Oh. I think I'm going to put that back in. I'm not called to it at all, which is kind of weird. Watch it come back out again. Was an 8 energy though. Dream a little, 51. Dream a little, 51. So when's the last time You tapped into your inner child and you just dreamt. You just started growing the dream. With some reliability, with some practicality. If this were to happen, this is what I would do. If I step into this direction, this is the way I would create it. If I freed up my time, my energy, my resources, this is what I would do. And start planning it out. Dream a little bit. 51, which is a 6 energy, which is all about love and relationships, our health and well-being. My goodness, the poem is long. Okay. I'll read the poem first. From unexpected meetings, we talked and shared our lifetime, a gentle, peaceful, quiet time, reflected in our smile. We winged our way to distant places and walked along remembered faces of lives we knew we lived some time before. And like a bud about to flower, having reached the appointed hour, we watch ourselves begin to open in the warm touch of spring. Or we could be that bud ready to bloom, ready to be awakened. The divine wants to bless you with inspiration, just as a lover would come to the door of the beloved with a spontaneous gift of flowers. So dream a little. Let your imagination wander and wonder. What if? What else could be? Breaking down the rigid walls of expectation. Just because something has been does not indicate that it must continue in the same way. So dream a little and receive your special gift. This oracle brings you guidance. A spiritual gift of inspiration is on its way, or has just recently been received. It isn't flight of fancy. It's a gift from the divine. Receive it and believe in new possibilities. So it all comes together to give you the absolute same message. To turn your focus on your best life ever. Start planning it. Start dreaming about it. Start standing in your independence. Start getting around like-minded people. The energy is all there supporting you in this. So embrace the energy. And what was that final line that I just love so much? Receive it and believe in new possibilities. So it's time to believe in the new possibilities. It's time to gain a confidence, a faith, a belief in yourself, the divine, God, your angels, and take your life to the next level and beyond. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.